Ashley Wright with University of Arizona Cooperative Extension. So as a livestock area agent, I often get asked questions about backyard poultry, and just having a new batch of baby chicks out in the brooder myself, one of the biggest issues we see with baby chicks is coccidiosis. So this is a parasite that these chicks can get, and it can really cause us a lot of problems. One of the best ways to prevent coccidiosis is keeping your brooder clean and dry, and keeping your water sources free from fecal contamination. So those open type water sources can be very difficult to do that with. Chicks like to throw bedding into them, they tend to dump them over, they dig around in them, things like that. One of the best tools we have are these things called nipple drinkers. So if you've never seen them, they're these little red nipples, and these hang upside down. And when the chicks or chickens, these work for adult chickens as well, go to get a drink, they just tap this and water will come out. So I wanted to show you today, so here's one outside of the thing. So I wanted to show you today how to make these, because typically they're sold just like this. They're not sold as part of a container or a set. You'll just buy the little nipple, and I think these usually cost less than $2 per nipple here. So I want to show you some of the key things about how this works before I show you how to make one. So the way these things work is that you will fill up your container. You'll screw the nipple into the flat part of the container. In this case, the only flat part I had on this one was the lid. And then once you've filled your container with water, you'll flip it over and install this nipple side down into the chicken's brooder. And that will allow the chickens to drink. Now, if you're familiar with the type of bottles typically used for, say, hamsters or rabbits or guinea pigs that have the little ball valve, those work using a vacuum. The container has to be sealed solid to create the vacuum so that those don't drip. These work very differently. The little pin in here actually seals up. And so if you do this in a container where a vacuum is created, it will actually not allow water to come out because there's no place for air to get back in. So it's really important that whatever container you choose, you make sure that you've drilled, as I have here, a small hole in the top somewhere to allow air into the system as water goes out the bottom. So when you can see on this container, the reason I had to put the nipple on the lid is because the bottom is concave, it's not perfectly flat, and I really didn't have a good place to put that nipple where it wouldn't leak. So I chose to put it on the lid. The benefits of doing it this way are that it's easier for me to hang. I was easily able to make a little hanger out of some baling twine that I had out there. Because of the narrow neck, it worked out really well. But when I want to refill it, I do have to take it completely out of the brooder and bring it inside in order to refill it. And then while I'm refilling it, I actually have to keep my finger over my vacuum hole to make sure that water doesn't leak out as I'm filling it up. So I went around my house today and found a few other container options that might actually work better. So we're going to use this container today to make our example drinker. I've chosen this one because it's actually a much better choice. As you can see, the bottom is flat. So that will enable me to put my nipple in the bottom. So when I hang this one in the brooder, it will hang this way, which means I can actually just unscrew the lid to fill it up without taking it out of the brooder. The other advantage is once I've removed the label, this container is clear, which makes it much easier to see the remaining water level, whereas this one I have to actually pick it up a little bit to check how much water's left. This one is actually this, just in case you wanted to know what it was. It's a cold brew container from stock. Another option that I came up with that I think might work well, and we're not going to try it because obviously I have not emptied this container of coconut oil from Costco, but it also has a very flat bottom, and in this case you could actually probably fit multiple nipples, even as many as 3, on this one, and a nice big opening on the top to allow you to fill without removing from the brooder. These two we may struggle with a little bit figuring how to hang them. This one was super easy because it fits like this. It was really easy to find a way to hang that up in the brooder, but we'll get it figured out. That wasn't good. All right, so we're ready to make our drinker here. We've got everything we need. This is the same nipples that I got here. You can get these any place that sells poultry supplies, any of the online suppliers. I think I got this one at Ace. I actually bought a whole bunch of them. I've got my container of choice here. I've got a drill. And these particular nipples use an 11/32 drill bit, so I actually had to go buy one. Check your packaging on whatever you buy, but I found that most of them are 11/32, so I've got that. And I've also got a slightly smaller drill bit. That's to drill a hole in the lid to make sure that we allow air into the system and don't accidentally create that vacuum that we don't want. So to get started, I'm going to mark where I'm going to drill my hole on the bottom of this container. And there's a seam that runs through the middle that I'm going to stay off of. I don't want it to crack, and I also want to make sure that, I don't know if you can see the little silicone ring on this. I want to make sure that that seats in well and seals up so we don't have any leaks. So I'm going to mark a spot where it's pretty clear and flat right there. That's where I'm going to drill. A little bit in. Handed. And then I'm just going to drill. Okay, and then I'm just going to kind of peel off these little bits of plastic and kind of push these out of the way here. Little notches. This did not happen with my last one. We may have to cut this part out. Let's try this again. Now I'm going to take my nipple here. I'm just going to get this started, and it can be a little hard to get started. I'm just going to screw it so you see that they're just threaded. And I'm just going to keep pushing and working this until I get it going. And you do have to push kind of hard. And I'm kind of using my thumb to try to make sure that the bottle doesn't collapse on me while I get this in here. Okay. Now we got it in there. And I'm going to twist this up until it's as tight as I can get it. And as you can see, it's pretty snug. That silicone ring is right up against the bottle. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to my smaller drill bit. And I'm just going to drill a pilot hole right here in the cap. That's just to let air in so we don't create a vacuum. So now that I've got my holes drilled, my nipple in, let's see if this thing holds water. So, you can see this is holding water quite well. I don't have any leaks. This is water that ran down the side. And if the chickens, let's do this back over the sink, are ready to get a drink, they just tap this, and as you see, water drips out. So we're ready to go install this in the brooder. I'm actually going to fill up my old one and hang it out, and then we're going to show you how to teach your chicks to drink out of that drinker. Alright, so I've got my full water here. I'm going to go ahead and hang it in my coop, and then I'm going to show you, these chicks already know how to drink out of it, but I'm going to kind of show you the process that you should go through to make sure your chicks learn how to drink out of this type of water. So I'm going to go ahead and just hang this up. Okay, so a couple key things. You want this nipple to be a little bit higher than your chicks. They should have to reach up and maybe kind of stand up to reach it, but it shouldn't be so tall that they have to jump for it. If you have birds or chicks of multiple sizes, adjust it for the tallest birds and then add something like a brick or something underneath that the smaller birds can stand on to reach. The best thing to do when you need to teach new chicks is actually pull their water for just a little short amount of time, maybe an hour, so they get just a little thirsty and they're kind of looking for water. Introduce the waterer and then kind of tap it, and you'll start to get some chicks' attention. These guys are not super interested in interacting with us right now. But once you get somebody's attention and kind of get your, what we call our early adopters over here, generally as soon as, see I've got one. So generally, as soon as you get one chick to drink out of this, the rest will teach themselves pretty quickly. They'll figure out that there's water here. These chicks aren't super interested because they've had access to water and they already know how to drink out of this system. They've been on it pretty much their entire lives. They were actually on it already when I purchased them. So if you think your chicks aren't super interested, maybe you bring this out and they're kind of like this, they're not really interested, you may want to wait and try again in maybe another half an hour. Maybe they just need a little more interest in water. Obviously don't withhold water for an extreme amount of time, but an hour or two to make sure they're interested in looking for water. It can be helpful in making them interested in trying this. I don't know if you can see right now, but there's actually a little drop of water hanging from the bottom of this. So if you can kind of get it to do that, that helps because they'll be looking for that. The things are bright red to kind of attract attention to, so the chicks are really inclined to want to peck at it. And monitor your chicks for at least the first 24 hours or so. Try to make sure you've seen every chick drinking out of it at least once before you remove their other water source permanently. If you think that they really aren't drinking out of it and you're still not sure, you could always pull this, put their regular water source back in, and try again when you have more time to monitor them and make sure that they're actually drinking. Typically this is what happens. One will come over and get interested and start drinking, and others will say, hey, what are you doing? And come over to see what's going on, and generally everybody learns pretty quickly, just like they're doing right now. So this is how you make your chicken nipple drinker to help make sure that your brooders remain clean, dry, and coccidiosis free.